So thinking about, talking about the system being broken and how we support young people with SEND, it's about being strengths-based and focusing on the strengths of a child. When you have a child with special needs, like I do, you are told all the time, all their challenges, all their deficits, all their disordered-based difficulties. I want you to know my son's hilarious. He's so funny. His memory for navigation and maps is insane. He knows the 2 windmills in Derby near Rainsway. He'll tell you which way they're facing every day. Southeast today, northwest. I'm like, wait, let me get a compass. He knows. He's got strengths. I'm not quite sure how we apply that yet to a career.
Well, he could do outdoor pursuits. He could work for PGL.
Yeah.
They do a lot of stuff like that. There's no reason why he wouldn't be able to do that. Well, I don't know any other challenges he may have had and other things, but you could, I don't know. I guess when I did PGL, not that I can remember that much, you did walks and stuff like that or whatever else. You do navigating with maps and stuff. I mean, that's using one skill, but that skill is also transferable.
Exactly.
Not just to say you can just do that one thing.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But instead of focusing on the fact that my child has all these other difficulties, let's focus on the strengths and how can we hone that? We used to talk about special interests, didn't we? And how can we use those special interests to engage them in their learning? But also let's think about what they're learning. Is it something that they are going to use and going to need? And is it aspirational? Because we still need aspirations for our kids. I don't want the bar lowering just because they have difficulties. I want you to acknowledge they have difficulties, but how are we going to get them where they want to be? So the difference for me between supporting a child with SEND and supporting a mainstream child is the flexibility and freedom that you should have to provide as much intervention, to be strengths-based, to really nurture that young person. But to be fair, like I've always said, I think that should be the approach for every child. Not different. If you used SEND-based approaches in a mainstream school, I think the levels of success, the levels of happiness, the attendance, which is obviously a big issue at the moment as well, would go up because the SEND approaches being, student-centered, really focusing on their strengths, trying to encourage them, but also thinking things like sensory, environment, movement breaks, all those sorts of things. Actually, could we not all benefit from those?